So why are banks turning away more business loans? And what does it mean to you, the real estate investor? That's what we're going to talk about today. The real shrinking of the pool of money. What's available? Where do you find it? And how do you keep flipping and buying rentals in this market? While the Fed's doing their job, they're tightening the money pool. For years and years, there was more money out there than there was probably borrowers looking for it. Now we've reversed this. The bank's pools of money have shrunk. They're as small as we've seen since 2010. And what does that mean to real estate investors? That means there's just less money out there available for everyone. Everyone has to now deal with a new reality. There's not money floating around there looking for you. You're going to have to go out and look for it. Let's go through exactly why the banks are lending less so you understand what's behind this. Number one, banks lend off of their assets. Assets are their capital plus deposits. The Fed allows them to take a multiple times that, 5, 10, 20 times, or even more, their deposits, and they can lend it out. So the more assets they have, the more they can lend out. What's happened over the last year are more people are moving money out of the banks and into government bonds because they're backed by the government. And they're higher interest rates than the banks are paying. The banks on one side are seeing shrinking deposits, which means the amount that they're legally allowed to lend is also shrinking. Number two is the Fed also requires all banks who have any defaulted loans or any loans that are not paying on time to put some money aside to reserve for that. So the more loans that they have that are in default or could become in default, they have to set money aside. So they're setting money aside. Once again, they're not able to lend that money out or multiples of it out. So where's the problem? What's happening inside these banks? There's a couple things. Number one is the loans that they've had from the years past that they wrote for 3 to 4%. So someone's paying them 3 or 4%, and now CD rates that they're paying people to put money into the bank, they're paying 5+%. As you see, that's upside down. That's another problem with the banks. They have a whole portfolio where they're receiving less than they're paying out. Number two, also they have loans that are maturing right now. And those loans have interest rates of 3 or 4%. And the business owners are going to be charged 8 to 10%. So they're going to double. Some of those people are not going to qualify. Banks now have to reserve more. So we have deposits leaving. We have loans that are upside down for the banks. And we have another set of loans where the people cannot qualify for the new rates out there. This all shrinks the funds that banks have available for business owners, for flippers, for people buying rental properties. So the less money that they could lend means there's less money out there for everyone. Since there's less money there available, the banks are going to look for the best of the best. They're going to look for people who are bringing in deposits, who have the good credit, who have money available for reserves and low loan to values. So as more and more clients leave banks, they're going to go to the alternative route, the hard money, the private money, real OPM, and they're going to take positions, they're going to take some of the money that was available for some of the new investors, some of the unique investors. That pool's shrinking more and more. And I say all this because what it means as an investor, for years, people were chasing you with money. So now you're going to have to be the aggressor. You're going to have to go out and look for the lenders who are still lending, the people who are still closing on deals, and the ones who could lend you the most. We always talk about highest leverage. This is a leverage game. Who is going to give you the highest leverage? It's not going to be banks at this time. So who are the lenders you could still go to? That's hard money, that's private, that's OPM. Any of those things are still available. You just need to start looking and reaching out to them because that's what's happening as things tighten. And it's only going to get worse. It's not going to get better. Here's the upside of that. The people who learn to play the game with the new lenders are going to have a lot more properties to pick from. There's going to be a lot better deals. So this is all to say the money has shrunk, and that means more and more people are going to get out of the business. But there's going to be more and more homes coming into the real estate investing community because there's going to be more foreclosures. There's going to be more people walking away from properties. More properties, less investors, less money. So you have to be the person out there who is searching, finding this money. So when these deals come, you're going to create this wealth. So if banks are not lending as much, and some of you in the Wall Street are lending less, you need to find people like us, Hard Money Mike, who can still fund up to 100% on a really good deal or low down on really good deals. You also got to look out for OPM, real people's money. There's people out there who are looking to put some of their money to work. Might be your neighbor, might be a friend, might be someone at a real estate club. You need to open that door right now because before you probably just didn't think you needed it and you probably didn't. Times have changed, and you have to change with them. If you want to figure out how to find the money, how to win in this environment, just go to hardmoneymike.com, reach out to us, schedule an appointment, and we'd be glad to walk you through how to be successful in this market.